10 curiosities of ancient Egypt that will blow your mind. Hey everyone, it's me again. Curious and fascinating facts. Imagine a place where the impossible became reality, where giant stones were erected as if they were toys, defying gravity and time. Today, we're going to embark on a journey to uncover 10 curiosities of ancient Egypt, 10 pieces of a millennial puzzle that will make us question everything we know about this mysterious civilization. Get ready, because every step on this expedition promises a new discovery. And the last curiosity, well, the last curiosity will blow your mind. The Pyramids of Giza, stone giants that defy logic, history, and perhaps even physics as we know it. Recent studies indicate that the Great Pyramid of Giza, the largest and most imposing of all, may not be just a colossal tomb. There is a possibility that its structure, carefully calculated and oriented with millimeter precision, is capable of generating and channeling electromagnetic energy. Could this be the answer to the mystery of the construction of the pyramids? A technology so advanced that even today we do not understand it. In ancient Egypt, beauty was not just superficial. It was an art, a science, a reflection of the soul, and a shield against hidden forces. The Egyptians believed that the eyes, windows to the soul, were particularly vulnerable to the evil eye and diseases. That's why men and women, rich and poor, wore generous layers of kohl, a dark pigment made from ground galena, to line their eyes. Kohl, it was later discovered, had antibacterial properties, protecting the eyes from common infections at the time. Thus, makeup, in addition to beautifying, also healed. In today's fast-paced world, with instant information at our fingertips, it's hard to imagine life without paper. But what if I told you that the history of this common material, so ordinary, dates back thousands of years, to the banks of the Nile River? I present to you papyrus, the precursor to modern paper. Made from a plant that grew abundantly on the banks of the Nile, papyrus was lightweight, strong, and easy to transport, revolutionizing communication at that time. With the invention of papyrus, knowledge became portable, accessible, capable of crossing borders and defying time. In ancient Egypt, wildlife and civilization met in a delicate balance. Animals were revered as gods, feared as demons, and respected as an integral part of the cosmos. And of all the animals that inhabited the land of the pharaohs, none was as adored as the cat. In Egypt, cats were kings. They were considered the incarnation of the goddess Bastet, goddess of fertility, joy, and protection of the home. Having a cat at home was synonymous with good luck, prosperity, and above all, protection against the forces of evil. Death, a mystery that has haunted us since the beginning of time. For the ancient Egyptians, death was not the end, but a portal, a passage to another dimension, a new chapter in the journey of the soul. The belief in the afterlife was the central pillar of Egyptian civilization, shaping its art, architecture, customs, and even its social structure. The tombs, more than places of eternal rest, were true afterlife homes, equipped with everything the deceased might need. In the heart of the desert, winding through golden dunes and under a scorching sun, a majestic river writes the history of a civilization. This river, my friends, is the Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, the cradle of a civilization that flourished for millennia. For the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was much more than a river. It was a living god, powerful and unpredictable, capable of bringing life or death with the same ease with which its waters flooded the fertile plains. Life in Egypt revolved around the Nile. The annual floods, predicted with the help of the stars, dictated the rhythm of agriculture, the basis of the Egyptian economy. We now enter the fascinating world of medicine in ancient Egypt. A world where science mixed with magic, where healing was sought both in plants and in the gods. Egyptian doctors, with their rudimentary tools and ancestral knowledge, performed true miracles. They understood human anatomy with impressive accuracy, developing advanced suturing techniques, treatment of fractures, and even cranial surgeries. Millennia-old papyri describe in detail complex medical procedures, revealing a knowledge that still intrigues scholars today. Egyptian doctors mastered the healing power of plants, using herbs, roots, and essential oils to treat a wide range of diseases. Honey, for example, was used as a natural antibiotic, while garlic was prescribed for respiratory problems. Rising imposingly on the horizon of Egypt, stone giants defy time and gravity. They are the obelisks, monuments that seem to touch the sky, needles that connect the earth to the cosmos, silent witnesses of a civilization that worshipped grandeur. carved from a single block of granite, quarried from distant quarries and transported by methods that still defy understanding, obelisks were much more than mere ornaments. They were symbols of power, dedicated to the sun god, Ra, the creator of all things. It was believed that the obelisks, with their golden tips that touched the sky, served as links between the material world and the spiritual world, channels of direct communication with the gods. We now enter the enigmatic world of writing in ancient Egypt, a world of symbols, codes, and secret messages engraved on temple walls, sarcophagi, and millennia-old papyri. When we think of Egyptian writing, the first image that comes to mind is hieroglyphics, those elaborate drawings that seem to tell stories in every stroke. But what few people know is that hieroglyphics were just one of the forms of writing used in ancient Egypt. Just imagine, while the royal scribes patiently carved hieroglyphs on monuments and tombs, the common people used a simpler and faster form of writing, hieratic, to record their business, contracts, and everyday messages. And we come to the end of our journey through ancient Egypt with a surprising revelation, a plot twist worthy of the most elaborate historical dramas. Get ready, because the truth about Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, the queen who won hearts and defied empires, is even more fascinating than the legend that made her famous. Cleopatra, the image of beauty, power, and intelligence that we all know. The queen who seduced Julius Caesar and Mark Antony was not Egyptian. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, was descended from a line of Greek kings, the Ptolemies, who ruled Egypt for nearly 300 years after the death of Alexander the Great. Despite her foreign origin, Cleopatra embraced Egyptian culture as her own, learning the language, mastering the customs, worshipping the Egyptian gods, and presenting herself to the people as the reincarnation of the goddess Isis. And so, we come to the end of our expedition through pharaonic lands. I hope you enjoyed the journey, and that the stories we shared today rekindle in you the flame of curiosity, the passion for history, and the fascination with ancient Egypt. But the adventure doesn't end there. Now it's your turn. Which of these curiosities surprised you the most? What mystery of ancient Egypt still intrigues you? Share your discoveries, theories, and questions in the comments below. Until the next adventure, explorers.